Alright, we are playing Dominion League. This is against Akuchi. Yeah, 2 matches remaining. We're doing okay. Probably time for that to stop at some point, but we'll work it out from there. We're doing okay so far, so it's that bad. This board is severely lacking in village, it looks like, but I think you can still get, probably enough done. Scrying pool, Courtier, probably you want your terminal to be a replace, to be like replacing the golds. The other option would be monkey, but without a village. I think the replace payload's a little bit more powerful than that. There's Magpie, which can get you a pretty high concentration of actions. Some other things that trash, namely Lookout, that we're probably going to open. Probably we're opening Lookout Magpie. Try to pick up a potion on the second shuffle. I think that all makes sense. Just get a little bit more cycle going in the deck before adding in the potion for pools. You don't necessarily need like a ton of pools, but you don't want to wait too long either. So yeah, we'll go with that. You have a 5, which I'm guessing will be a replace, which is pretty okay to start with, certainly. I do not mind seeing that Magpie at all. I'll pick up our potion here and be able to trigger a shuffle this next turn. So into Magpie. Okay, pick up your Lookout. Don't want to do anything on 2. I don't really like having to trash the copper there. It'll make it a little bit harder to do all of the things. Do I actually want to play this? No, I really don't. I continue to not see, I continue to have a tough time trashing estates, which is not good. Go into this shuffle. Okay, there's an estate. I think I'm going to discard whatever. Like, we have magpies in there, so it doesn't really matter that much. Even better to be getting 2 of those. And I guess we pick up a replace. We still have like these coppers or these two estates to get out of the deck. So that seems fine. We should note that we can mole things. Depending on what ends up on top. Which I guess we should here. Like, is that better than... Yeah, I think so. Darn. Well, this just has to be a pool then. I was really hoping that we would draw the replace rather than like both of these things, but I think things are okay. The deck pace seems okay, so far anyways. Maybe not the greatest. I feel like I'm a touch behind. Just like you're about to get your Courtier a little bit faster, all these things. But we'll see. I don't know, like you go replace a Magpie. I imagine you just replace the estate into like Poacher this turn and then, no, maybe not. I don't know. It's important to get the Courtier in the deck pretty soon. Finding the replays last turn would have put me in a good spot, but now I think we're kind of even, and I feel like you're getting your turns just a little bit, like you're getting your turn one sooner than I am for the equivalent turn, which is not perfect, certainly. The equivalent turn for you is happening earlier. That's what's going on. Courtier, that's expected. Well, if we want to draw through stuff, this is going to have to mull. We want to keep the replace around, so... that was painful. That was bad. If I was behind before, now I'm really behind. It was aggressive, and I think necessary, but at the same time, like, it sucks that it missed. It really sucks that it missed. Just, inability to top deck. Ugh. I mean, I could have drawn the estate and then mulled the replace, but what are we doing then? It's not like I was hitting 5, was I? Oh, well. Yeah, this game's gonna be a loss. That turn really killed me. Actually, there were 2 turns that really killed me. I basically had these 2 totally blank turns. Actually, 3 totally blank turns, right? I had the lookout play, but it was a lot of blank turns that were not what we wanted them to be, certainly. That one felt like a killer, though. I think I hit 1 potion twice, which is astoundingly bad. Like, you could even be just going into province already. Replace that to province, buy pool, be pretty happy about your life, just given where I'm at. That's probably actually what I would end up doing. I guess you can still go replace to Poacher once by province, or by pool, more likely. Like, you're sufficiently ahead at this point that I don't think it matters a whole lot. The one hope that I have is basically that I can somehow make you have a dead turn. Okay. We're gonna need a Courtier still, so this can be, I don't know, Courtier Scrying pool. We might even go like double pool. Not 100% sure. Or double Courtier, just because, like, I don't have the room to not be aggressive in here. I mean, I kind of just have to hope that you dud, right? Like, there's not really a way back if you don't. So let's just do our reasonable buys and hope somehow I can induce a likely impossible bad turn from you. Man, hitting 1 potion sucks so bad. I don't even know if you can, like, have that happen. It's pretty crazy. Like, what would you have to draw? Lookout, gold, bunch of copper, potion? I don't even know. I'm gonna say that it's, well, I mean, you have mole. thing is like, if you have this, hand that is terrible, the mole stuff will actually do you some amount of good, whereas it clearly didn't do me much of any good. So we get to trash a curse. It's exciting. Action, gold. I don't know how to do this. Like, we're just like a full whatever behind. Like, do I have to skip pools? Probably. We could just take the last pool here, and then somehow get a Courtier next turn. Like, I don't think that... I'm trying to figure out, like, how much game is left here. Like, is a pool any good? I guess so. I really would like another Courtier too, but I'm kind of trying to balance the, reliability if something goes terribly wrong for you, which probably it can't, versus whatever for me. Yeah. I'm going to be happy that I took that pool. I'm going to pretend that it's this one, even though it probably isn't. Hopefully you have to mole. That would be desirable. No such luck. Watch a pool go by. Not good. Not good. Did you miss the curse? You must have missed the curse. Amazing. It's not going to make a difference. It's just amazing still. I guess you can top deck up. No. Would you do that? I might even have to, like, mold this Courtier, which would seriously suck. seriously suck. Oh, you can see pools on top. Like, I don't even know how to make this fail. You can see 2 pools on top. I guess you can't do a gain in play, but still. Oh. Man. It's ungood. Okay, last pool. Well... I cannot express how badly this game is going. Like, this is just nutsoid. Man, we found our curse. Yeah, okay, this is not gonna work. Don't hit 1 potion. Man. That was my start too. It's just terrible. Ah, man. I don't know. I just hit 1 potion too much. That's my excuse. I think it's a good excuse. This looks like a good 5-2. Maybe. Yeah, probably. I don't know whether to open, upgrade, or what, but I'm gonna, like, upgrade nothing. With the idea that, like, you can upgrade a state in the Snowy Village and buy Wayfarer. That's the upgrade reasoning. Anyways, the alternative is, of course, Rice Broker, which is also a pretty good card, but there's Spice Merchant here, so I'm less inclined to get the thing that's primarily a copper trasher. Longer term, you have Village Herald, some draw cards. Peddler seems like a big deal. There are colonies here, so whatever that means. I guess you can upgrade Peddlers into Platinum, which is going to be pretty good. Plus buy is iffy. Well, you have to, like, Wayfarer, Silver, Spice Merchant, or you can have multiple Snowy Villages, also a distinct possibility. If I had a 4-3, I'd be opening Spice Merchant Silver. That would be pretty straightforward. But I don't, so I guess I'm opening Upgrade. And the hope, I guess, will be to pick up like a City Gate and a Spice Merchant, which is not guaranteed at all. Nice broker over Upgrade, huh? And I can believe in it. It gives you a little bit of extra cycling. I don't know. I'm going to go Upgrade. And I'm going to hit 2 again, and I'm going to lose this game. Awesome. Oh my god. This is so bad. Well, we'll get our Spice Merchant anyways. Oh. You knew there had to be one match where everything was going to go wrong. It had to happen. Okay, it's fine. It probably won't work, but I'm gonna draw. It won't work, but I think I'm gonna draw here. The other option is like a City Gate. Like the 5-2 did nothing for me. I didn't even get an estate out with the upgrade. Like that was the whole point, and it didn't happen. Well, if I draw here, I mean, the thing is, like, you could have your Clerk again, in which case, if I don't draw here, I might be really sad. I would trigger a shuffle with a Spice Merchant, and it's not the worst thing ever. Oh, okay, we're going to continue to miss estate trashes. This is just amazingly terrible. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna get Clerk attacked. Yeah. What do I put on top? Maybe I put the upgrade on top. Like, do I really want to trash a copper that badly? I could just buy another Spice Merchant. Then what? I could just buy Herald. Could buy a Clerk of my own. We're gonna top deck upgrade. I don't love it, but what else are we doing? Yeah, maybe just stick a Herald in. It's like I don't feel like the City Gate's wouldn't be doing a whole lot for me. The problem has just been I haven't been able to trash a freaking estate. Or anything for that matter. Oh well, this turn I'm going to start getting it done. Sort of. Like, the Clerk attack has not been what has been making the difference here. What's been making the difference here is my total inability to just, like, draw properly. This will be Snowy Wayfarer. We're gonna be able to shuffle, I guess. No, it won't be Snowy Wayfarer. Oh my god. Because I haven't been able to trash a freaking estate the entire game, is why it won't be Snowy Wayfarer. I'm gonna get Clerk attack. This is just so bad. So bad. If this Herald doesn't hit, I think I'll probably actually just resign this game. Like, that's how completely fatal these draws have been. Like, it's over. It's over. Has there been a thing I could do about it? No. Yeah, this is over. Like, you're trashed all the way down. And I still have 2 estates around. I don't think it was the rice broker. Really, really don't. It'll just be another Herald, overpay by 1 is what I would do. I mean, even if this Herald hits, I don't think it does me a whole lot. Oh, it hit a snowy, okay. Well, we'll get another one. I don't know, Peddler, Wayfarer. Yeah, let's do it. See, the Clerk attack wouldn't actually be doing anything to you. Also, I wouldn't, like, ever have it, just because, you know, haven't been drawing through, but... be upgrading your spice merchant. Oh my god. I don't like how these things happen. You just know, like, at some point there's going to be a match where nothing can go right. And apparently this is that match this season. Oh well, might be time to move on from this game. I'm gonna give it like one more turn for some reason. But you like are gonna be able to get, you know, 2 Peddlers, 2 Heralds maybe. Seems like a good set of buys. I'm still, meanwhile, can't even take +buy off my Spice Merchant. I don't know why you would take Platinum here, like, ever. You can upgrade into it. Really hoping to play Wayfarer before upgrade, but apparently not. Alright, what do we need? We need these last 3 Peddlers, that's for sure. What else do we need? Like... another Herald, maybe? Yeah, I need to go another Herald. Look, I can upgrade the Peddlers. If things go properly. Do I not know how this thing works? No, top deck to Peddler. That's okay. If things go properly. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I think I'm losing, but I don't think that this game's necessarily like completely out of range if I can put some turns together. Yeah. A few too many snowy villages, probably. Maybe more than a few too many snowy villages, but you know, it'll all work out. I hope. Upgrade one of the snowy villages into a spice merchant. Maybe you would either try to do that this turn rather than get the platinum. Not sure. I just don't really see. I don't really see an out as the thing. Like, even if I'm able to put turns together. I feel like I'm just low on really everything. Which is quite sub-ideal. But, you know. If I ever hit 17, I don't even know if I'm going to get to 17 by the time this game ends. That'll be when I resign. If I ever get to 17 coins, I'll resign. I promise. Not really, but I just take a bunch of heralds. Yeah. Okay. This is how you probably lose this game. If you're gonna lose it. Okay. I could take the silver into Spice Merchant, or the Wayfarer into Spice Merchant. That's what we're into. I wanted to take Peddler. I mean, I said that already. I want another upgrade, I think. I'm gonna silver into Spice Merchant. How do the actions work out? Like, I have 3 actions remaining. Nah, that's not going to do anything. I'm going to take Snowy into whatever. Herald. Hope this draws the silver. Perfect. Okay. What do we need? Like, Fleet. Herald, Fleet. We could take a Wayfarer with that. Wayfarer, Herald, Fleet. Okay. Ideal be to upgrade Peddlers. I mean, not the whole idea, but it's a thing that I can do that might be good to do. Seeing Snowy early in the turn's not ideal, certainly. With Herald, it probably doesn't matter a whole lot. Or with lots of Heralds, it probably doesn't matter a whole lot, but, you know. Okay. You can chain Heralds off Snowy Village and you'd still get the basically plus action. There we go. There's an upgrade Peddler to Platinum. That's what I've been wanting to see. Maybe an empty Snowy. Probably not. I think that's like way out of the question. Like, how many buys can I produce? 4. Upgrade a silver into another Spice Merchant. Maybe. Though I imagine you're going to score here. In which case, I don't really have to be worrying about such things. I don't know, you'd have to like come up short of a lot of stuff in order to not be scoring or buying Fleet yourself. In which case, probably I also don't want to be, doing whatever. I think I've gotten this one back to a fairly good spot from the start. Okay, Fleet upgrade, that's reasonable. Okay, well, there's a Snowy. 6 actions. What I'm going to upgrade Peddler. Guess so. Then play Peddler. I just kind of want to max points. I don't know if we need to, like if I Spice Merchant out, maybe we can get, like, Colony upgrade. What is this? Like, right now we're looking at 12, that's 17, so yeah, I mean, I can ditch a copper and still make my preferred buys, which are those 2. I don't know how tough it'll be to get things going against the Clerk attack. I'd like a Clerk attack of my own, I just don't know how it's really going to happen. Mostly I need to be, like, keeping ahead of these, or keeping kind of on top of the colonies. Which, I don't know, seems tough. I'd like to play a clerk. It's a fun thing to say. I'd like to play a clerk. 31. Yeah. It's kind of a lot of money. Well, if I can play a clerk this turn and Deuce of Died, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe we can get it done. Okay, this will go to a clerk. Well, this is ungood. I don't gain. I kind of want a Wayfarer. Maybe we can upgrade silver into another Wayfarer. Seems reasonable. Oh, you can't do that. Awkward. Another Spice Merchant instead. I don't know how these cards work, is what you're rapidly discovering. That's a Spice Merchant. I think we'll just leave it. I guess it probably should have been a clerk. Oh well. This gets me to 18. Yeah, that's a number. Colony plus Rice Broker? Perhaps? Yeah, I think. Rice Broker. This could be a bad turn. Yeah. I hope the clerk makes you dud. I hope your clerk doesn't make me dud, which it will. I could not be gaining a silver off the one Wayfarer, and I just kind of screwed that up. Well, it's okay. I'll try to get over it. And won't, because I don't know. This is not a good opening hand. I'm also going to point out, I'm sure glad this is a Spice Merchant rather than a clerk. Just saying. I'm certainly having a reasonable turn. I feel like you went a little bit heavier on the platinum than you needed to, but I also don't really know what the consequences of that are going to be, ever. I mean, the Herald dependent decks are, like, not exactly the most dud-proof thing ever, although I think the other possibility is that you're just kind of carrying a snowy village and trying to figure out, like, at what point am I playing it. Well, you trashed one of yours, so who knows. Okay. Still 2 colonies. Ouch. Uh-huh. I think this is going into a clerk. Okay. Just going to, like, Werewolf or something. Alright, 9. Well, Province. You can get a clerk played. That's no good. I mean, maybe you still, like, die somehow, but I kind of doubt it. You take 2 colonies, and then where will we be at? We'd be at. You need to take 1 colony, I'm kind of asking where will we be at, but, you know. I would have actually been in an okay spot had that turn kicked off. Maybe not a great spot, but okay. You don't get a buy. That's possible. No such luck. Yeah. I mean, you just take your plus buy. I guess you can probably take 2 of them. Have an insurmountable point lead. Certainly this will be 30, whatever, that you need. For, well, I guess it was 20, no, it was 30 that you needed. Alright. Yeah, well, the draws early sucked. I feel like we came back okay on it. It's just not really a thing that could be overcome. I'm glad I played that one out at least. What do we have here? Wall no trashing. That's exciting always. There's a pretty nasty attack in Legionary that I don't know if it's actually that nasty because of the presence of Village Green. There's not really a way to discard your Village Greens. Yeah, they're pretty unpleasant. I think our start's going to be Poet Cargo Ship. I don't know really what the cargo ship target is, but surely it'll be something. I don't know how much to play with like the draw versus not draw. Just because the trashing is so iffy and there's a wall, so like if you are somehow just provincing every turn even without drawing, it's not clear that you're not actually it's not clear that you're doing too badly. We'll see. I think that this may end up being more ugly deck than pretty deck. Or more ugly deck than you would think from a board that looks like this, just because wall kind of turns off a lot of comeback mechanism. Would you be happy with a 5-2 here? Yeah, I think so. Merchant Guild. Well, Merchant Guild doesn't really work with wall, does it? You go like Walled Village with Way of the Sheep around. It's a possibility. It might be actually better than Poet, but I mean, with much of your draw, like Lab being non-terminal, I'm not sure that's that necessary. Okay. Which of these things do we want? I guess a Merchant Guild? Like, what are we hitting next turn? Probably 5? I could just take Merchant Guild and then take a Lab. Merchant Guild over, buy Lab next turn, get a Coffer. I could take Tragic Hero over, get a really early gold. No, I like the Tragic Hero. Like, we get a really early gold, we stick a Legionary in. Yeah, okay. I like this idea. I am a fan. Maybe it makes you think Lighthouse, which I am perfectly fine with you putting 2 Lighthouses in your deck. Actually, I don't think it should make you think Lighthouse. I think it should make you think Menagerie. Okay, you opt for the Merchant Guild option. Okay. Legionary, Lab. I'm just going to take the Legionary. Hope for the best. I mean, it's not like it's particularly likely to collide, but on the other hand, well, now. Maybe we put a merchant guild in. Okay, I may end up being happy with that decision. Being very happy with that decision. Village green. I don't know how much village we actually want to be carrying. I mean, village green's got to be the better of the villages, so let's take it. Oh, nice collision here. Maybe the Merchant Guild lab tip is better. I could be convinced either way. Bottom decking the gold here sucks. It totally sucks. Play Merchant Guild by... I don't know. Saying there will be progress. I could just pull a village green over. I don't think that's a great idea. Maybe I'll just like take a Menagerie. I think they're okay. Might not ever hit, but... yeah, this lab thing may have been better than grabbing the gold. We will see. I could have seen going either way on it. I would have been sad taking the Legionary instead of the guild, too. Like, part of the idea of the Tragic Hero was not that I was going to then proceed to bottom deck my gold, right? That was not the plan. This could be lab, or this could be another Tragic Hero. Actually, trying to think about what next turn's going to do. It's like once I have progress, I'd kind of rather have the labs on top. Once progress is happening. It's like now stuff top decks. So yeah, I feel like I might have messed this one up with the Tragic Hero. I feel like it was a good thought. It just didn't really work. This one I'm not blaming my draws. I had the same damn draws. Anyways. Well, there's not a village in there. I mean, it's still better to set the thing aside than just top deck it. So probably we do that. Merchant Guild collides with gold. That's good. It also makes it quite possible to set up for next turn. Although, look at you. Like, you're already doing stuff. Although, I guess you didn't find your buy. We'll be able to top deck some village here, potentially. Like, this can top deck lab village. We'll do that, and then I think next turn start the green. And then also possibly kind of just province out. That'd be annoying. I mean, it is something that I'm worried about. It's not like it's completely clear that what about a Legionary? I feel like I could really mess you up with a Legionary. Let's see. I have a Menagerie somewhere in here that's not doing anything. Okay. Well, you're not getting Legionary attack this turn, so I don't know about this Menagerie, man. I could have done that before the shuffle. Oh well. Get me. What's next turn looking like? How's the merchant guilds? No village. One of them gets set aside with cargo ship, and the other gets progressed. There isn't a gold in there, so I'm less inclined to put the Legionary on top rather than like Lab, for example. I guess it could also be a poet, but yeah. Maybe just go poet. Or nothing. No, I don't think nothing. The idea with the poet, of course, being that, like, it doesn't spend the coffers, which may be useful for buying another province. A good theory. Potentially. Maybe digging myself too big a hole with this wall stuff. Yeah, at some point I'm going to have to start multi-greening, which doesn't actually work that well with wall. Yeah, this is going to be a province. Be a province for me. Hopefully the golds come through in the end. I don't know. That was bad. I should not have played that like that, but I'll be fine. I got away with it, I guess. I'll take some duchies, which is annoying. Certainly. We need to go try to find a buy, don't we? Well, we didn't find it, but this will just be duchy. Ugh. Look at this menagerie that's about to work. Oh, your menagerie worked too. Sad. Would I take province? If you didn't, I don't know. I'll be able to take province. That's a problem. That's a problem. Oh, you'll be able to take province duchy. That's a serious problem. Well, I'll have to hope your next turn fails. So this turn we're just going to look at probably a double duchy. I don't have any buy in the remainder of the deck, which is also an issue. I'll point out. I mean, I hope you take something weird. Like, it's duchy or nothing. Those are your options. Okay, nothing, which I think was the better option. Some play order stuff here. Okay, this just has to be 2 duchies. There's no other real option. I guess it could be a single duchy and hope that you, like, miss? Like, okay, if you miss province, you buy duchy, and then what? And then I still have to make this thing up. No, it doesn't look good. That looks really bad, in fact. Okay, yeah, I messed up the start of this one. I don't know, maybe I needed to be adding a Legionary or something. I should have just added the Legionary. I didn't feel like... I don't know. I didn't feel like things were like that terribly awful until close to the end, and then things were really bad. In any case, this game has Souk, Villa, Tactician. Those all look like things that go together. We're going to start Ratcatcher, Replace. There's some argument that I guess you should open like Ratcatcher or Souk or something in order to give yourself a good shot at getting extra Souks, but I'm not a huge believer. Maybe I should be. I mean, you can like replace into Villa, replace Estate into Villa. It's a good 2-5, no matter what. It would be a better 5-2, probably, with a Void? I don't know. I mean, the idea with Ratcatcher Souk is, like, you can buy Souk, right? And that's something that you want to be doing. That might actually be better than Replace. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably actually better than Replace. See if we get Messengered something. That would be something that I might be looking at out of 4. I don't know. Eventually I'd like to be playing Tactician, probably. Avoid plus Ratcatcher here for you. And I think we'll take Souk. Oh, we're getting a Sauna. I don't want a Sauna. Not really. I mean, we'll have it. It's just, I don't think it does a whole lot for me. Or it won't do a whole lot for me given the deck that I'm trying to start out with here. I didn't love it. Bandit for it. They'll attack. I mean, I have the Sauna, so like eventually if you do reveal Avanto, I'm kind of good with that. I just really like to start winning some games. That was good. What'll this buy be? Avoid Ratcatcher. Yeah. Or double avoid. I don't really feel a need to be messengering anything. Avoid Ratcatcher's fine. I don't even know if this second Ratcatcher is like at all necessary. Just don't really feel like colliding Souks, which of course I did anyways, but it's okay. So this would be play one of these by Villa, right? Just buy another Souk. fine. We can always add more villas in as we go. Yeah, I feel like this is a good spot. It's just, I've kind of lost confidence. I'm going to villa and play Souk off that. That seems alright. Pick up attack, maybe. I think you want to be playing with attack. It's just how to get there. I want to be playing with attack. I don't even know if I'm actually factually thinner. I mean, I have one more estate out and I guess a couple more coppers out. Maybe not a couple more coppers, but I have one more estate out, which I'm a fan of, and I guess we're probably even on coppers. So, factually, I am ahead thinning. Goal for this shuffle is pick up at least one Tactician, although Tactician and Souk don't actually work the greatest together. I'll note. Because you have to like keep two cards around for the tack in hand. So your Souk's not necessarily going to produce like the most coins ever. I guess we just do the same thing as last turn. Right? We won't necessarily get our Tactician in, but it's okay. I don't have to be buying Souk this turn. That's the biggie. I'm gonna go Hireling over Tack. There's a thought. I mean, we want to add a little bit more draw somehow. This 9-coin thing, which I don't know. Seems okay. I want us mainly score with distant lands, which is the other reason why I'm feeling like kind of a need for draw. I have 1 copper left after this turn. I do think we want to trigger this. Like Hireling distant lands. I don't know if it's going to be the prettiest deck, but the Sauna could also draw the Villa, which would be, I think, fairly bad. I don't really think there's other options either. Yeah, like that. I could do an avoid distant lands. I don't think that that's really any good. Our other option is like, I don't know. Take the Hireling now. Distant lands, Farmhands, something like that. Because this is looking at, what, 3 Souks? So, 3 Souks and a copper. Which, you know, not the most amazing thing ever. I mean, this could also be like the Tactician time. If I think that this is something that I want to be doing, which I don't know that it really is, I think Hireling's actually just a little bit better. I just haven't really been able to hit the numbers for it yet. And we found a Villa. That's good news. You did not find a Souk. No, you did find Souks. Keep getting surprised by your turns. Not feeling great about this game. Not feeling great. I'd like to clear this last copper for sure. There's a lot of distant lands, which I guess makes sense. Might just have to do those before we do any of the draw stuff. If I play this, it gives me 10. I can go Souk, Villa, get a distant land. If I play both of them, it's going to get me enough for 3 distant lands, which maybe we just do to make sure we don't lose those too badly. I say as I can't actually play both of them. Anything's a little low, but I think we'll try to live. I think we should be fine going into this turn. The other option we have is we can like Farmhands away a Villa here. It'd be quite valuable. Or Sauna. This is not a shuffle I want to be triggering, I don't think, though. Get us 5. Now I think we're triggering it. Ratcatcher any good? No, none of this is any good. I'm going to have 3 of these things matted. I think I'll be able to win this turn. A little out there, I would guess. A little too far out. And the time for like provinces. Yeah. Huh? What province Hireling? If we really think the Hireling is going to be any good, the other thing we can do is we can avoid. I'm not really sure what we'd be avoiding though. The Hireling attack. Just get a pretty big turn once. I don't think the tack works the greatest with everything, but I feel like we have to be able to put it together. At some point. We'll do a better job than Hireling, given where the game's at. Like, we probably only need one of these turns, right? One of these big old turns. Yeah. That's my concern is, like, can I even province during one of them? Interesting question, isn't it? Well, maybe this just wins. How much does this stuff cost? 19 exactly. 19 exactly. Alright, well, the 5-2 is good there, and you didn't have one, so that was good. I didn't even need the tack turn. Just hit the number. Well, your start too, it's good. It's good news. Alright, to my start. I have another game without village. That's kind of no good. I mean, it's fine. It's just I like games that have villages. Really do. What am I doing here anyways? It's just like rope supplies, put it all together. I could start, I don't know. I could start like tent Farrier with the idea that we're going to get a silver mine off that. I kind of like this idea of continually top decking the tent with Farrier around. I think that's better than like doing this stuff. Like if you expose Voyage, I don't think we even do it because Farrier turns are just better. Right? Yeah, okay. I've been convinced. Whoops. Undo, undo, undo. This will be a silver mine. Look at me, silver mining. Maybe the most, like, crazy thing you've ever seen. Do we want to draw for this? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you got there anyways. That pisses me off. I mean, I guess you opened, what, Priest, old map, like, you should be getting to silver mine. This is not something I get to be mad about. Alright. Take another silver mine here. I don't know. I don't actually want Voyage, I don't think. Let's see if I get completely beat up by it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'll just do a big overpay again. Sure. I really hope I find the silver mine. It was kind of a crazy deck to play. Like at some point the Farrier stuff runs out, but until it does. The main thing is I just need to be finding a silver mine every turn. Otherwise my turns are kind of ineffective. Right. Voyage. Blech. This came up pretty well for you. Top of the shuffle. Have a priest in there. Got the silver mine with it. I think my strategy may be off, but your draws have also been pretty good. Real. Barrier overpay. Rope. What is this? Copper estate. That is totally fine to keep there. Just do a big Farrier. I think so. I mean, at some point we'll want to do something else. Like, we could take another silver mine here and do a small Farrier. I like that plan. Not the greatest one ever, on second thought. Oh well. No voyage turn. That's good. Okay, I found silver mine. Just want another rope. Yeah. Big overpay. Tent on top. I don't know. I think I'm good with where things are at. Ooh, fucking treasure. Get one of those? I don't know what you want it for. So take all the ropes and all the supplies. Farriers will be out pretty soon. Then it'll be like you can just empty Stonemason plus Snake Witch. Right? Gold. Like immediately you can just empty Stonemason plus Snake Witch once the Farriers are gone. Ropes will be gone. May have to score. It's kind of annoying. I don't like having to score. You didn't get a sunken treasure, did you? No, these distant shores are just there to look at. Let's draw into it. Okay, I'm happy that I did that. 2 ropes. Just take 2 ropes. Do a big ol' Farrier. Could do distant shore Farrier. I don't think that's really appropriate. I mean, we just want to find the silver mines, right? We can always be chameleoning the Farriers. Like they end up being coppers in a worst case. Actually really close to ending this game. I might actually have a win here. We'll see. I might have a win here. I'm gonna need take like rope, silver. Otherwise it'll just be another big Farrier overpay. And some amount of stonemasoning. It requires scoring also. Yeah. Alright, so clearly I want a rope. The other thing I want is, I believe, going to be a silver. Minimally, I feel like we gotta be scoring some points. Unless this is enough to pile, which is it? This is 12. So you need to do 4 overpays, which costs 16, and then you can buy an estate. which means this wins. Yeah. This stupid game. There's no, like, fleet or anything, right? Look at me. Whee! What a great game that was. I love it. Alright, what do we got here? Lookout. Lookout's trashing again. There's Kiln King's Court, which is totally a thing. That'll be something to moan about when I'm second player, so I don't really get a good opportunity at it. I mean, considering my draws in the first two games were just that catastrophic, I'm probably pretty happy with getting a 2-4 out of it. I think the third game I probably could have done something a little better in, but, you know, there'll be a tomorrow. That's when my next match is. It's tomorrow. Just hope to do better in that one. Assuming, you know, this game goes poorly, which I've kind of, I mean, if you were paying attention there, I already assumed I was losing it, but that's totally not necessarily going to be the case. Anyways, our start's going to be Fisherman Lookout. This is going to be a really pily type game. So, yeah. She hates those kinds of games where it's just like a pile thing. That's what this is about. Yeah, I'm thinking Fisherman Lookout. I'd be happy with a 5-2, probably. Open Hunting Lodge. So it's a good one. Anything else, I think, is Fisherman Lookout. I don't know that it does, like, the greatest job of hitting 5 ever, but maybe it will. You know, always a possibility. I might actually be able to get a Hunting Lodge in here, which would be really nice if this were to draw a copper. If it doesn't, what am I buying? Minstrel, maybe? Probably not. Maybe like Monument. Yeah, that's 5. Okay, perfect. That is good news. Well, I think you need a second Lookout here. The draw is a little bit weakish with King's Court, but I also just don't know that getting, like, super thin is all that valuable. I might just do it on the 3, though. Like, what else are we buying? Farmer's Market, silver. Neither of these things seem particularly amazing. What will we do? I mean, eventually they're mole. I don't know that you can really target trash. Is the thing. So, like, might as well just stop here and take another Hunting Lodge. Like, play Fisherman, buy Hunting Lodge, call it a day. I don't know. I don't think that's actually very good. The thing is, like, this shuffle has a fair number of estates in it, and so, like, if I Hunting Lodge now, that is, do the discard thing, like, A, I'm not terribly likely to be hitting a good number, and B, like the lookouts aren't actually even particularly likely to be finding estates. They're much more likely to be finding these coppers that I would be about to discard. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play Fisherman. I'm just going to buy Hunting Lodge. Let's have Hunting Lodge in it in a nice spot. Do you get to buy anything? No. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to stop here and buy another one of these things. I would take a Kiln on 5. That's what I would do. You've definitely trashed out a whole lot more than I have. I've played Lookout once. To your 4 times. Not that I really had much of an option, but okay, well, that's not one of those. Does want to be Monument? Oh, Minstrel does me a whole lot. I'll try to pick up a Kiln this turn. Or a King's Court. You know, that's always a thing that you can be picking up. Thunder of Monument's not just kind of worse than Farmer's Market. Like, eventually when you have the buys, like, we're going to have to figure out how to fit in a Farmer's Market at some point, right? It will not be amazing when we do that. It will not be an amazing turn to scream about, but it will have to be done. Like, I guess if you can get King's Court first, you do, though. How bad is this stuff? Pretty bad. So possibly we just stop here and take the Kiln. I mean, there's a chance at a King's Court. It's just the shuffle's really bad. I'd be able to put a Kiln on Fisherman. That would be bad. I mean, it's not like the most amazing thing ever to Kiln, but or I might get to put it on Hunting Lodge. We'll see. I really am thinking this Monument. Well, I would have been sad last turn had it been a Farmer's Market, so we'll work it out. We'll work it out. What an awful thing this Lookout could do. It's certainly trashed down. I think this is probably going to need to be this is going to be a Farmer's Market for you. That's my guess. I mean, you need it eventually. I mean, I'm probably picking one up this turn even over King's Court. No, it doesn't make any sense. Leprechaun. Not a fan. Yuck. I do not think that Leprechaun is where it's at. I may be off on that assessment. You never know. I've been known to be wrong about things. Should we just take the King's Court? I think so. Try to pick up other thing next turn. The most important thing we can do is kill the King's Court, so we're going to do that. Guess that plays Lookout first. And really hope that we find an action of some kind. Maybe Leprechaun's okay. I mean, you can King Leprechaun at some point. That's pretty good. Maybe we do pick up a Leprechaun here. I don't know that, like, the draw is really there. I think it's fine, but... I actually don't really know what order to play this in. Like, King of Lookout, if it hits, would be really, really good, is the thing. Like, that's something that the turn would love to do, is trash out a few extra cards. We can mull it at the end, of course. Like, after however many plays. Okay, I've been thoroughly convinced by myself. We'll go Hunting Lodge, Kiln the King's Court, Lookout. Look at that. Get yourself an extra Leprechaun. Probably not. You know, the main issue of Leprechaun is, like, do you actually want to keep playing it that long? The golds aren't actually particularly good for your deck, right? So, like, they're actually quite bad for your deck, which is going to be basically just trying to pile King's Court plus Kiln. Is that it on your draw? I guess it is. Not getting King's Court seems not good. Yeah. Okay. We will have some copper in here. Okay. Alright. I think we just want to pick up Farmer's Market. Yeah. 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 Two coppers and 7 cards. What could the Lookout hit that would be really sad? King Hunting Lodge maybe? King Hunting Lodge, Farmer's Market, in which case we ditch a Hunting Lodge because there's mole anyways. Alright, I think we're gonna play Lookout first. I wouldn't be that sad about losing Hunting Lodge from this deck state, so that'd be fine. King Farmer's Market Monument. Now that would be sub-ideal. That would be pretty sub-ideal. But putting king on king is... what the hell? Other order. That's what it was. I mean, King Kiln, that would be the dream, and you know, playing these lookouts into the shuffle gives us a decent chance at it. Did you not want to do that? I don't know. Whatever. I mean, if it was okay the first time, it's surely okay the second time. Right? It's just time consuming. I mean, all you want is a King's Court this turn. I guess you can go if you can get back around to the Wish. Okay. Yeah, hit a copper. Lovely. Do we go after another one? Probably. I would much rather trash the monument than the farmer's market. Okay, this is what we were looking for. So, Fisherman, King, Kiln. Play Kiln again, this time Mullet. Play Kiln, gain King's Court. There we go. Alright, same thing. Play King's Court, Kiln, gain Kiln, Mullet, play normally, gain King's Court. Play King's Court, King, Farmers, well, Monument, Mold Farmer's Market, play Farmer's Market normally, play Farmer's Market normally, play King's Court. This is the third play, unfortunately. We'll kill another King's Court. Okay. So that's our turn. And what we want to do is we want to take Farmer's Market, King. That seems reasonable. Farmer's Market, King. Yeah, let's do it that way. There's like 0 chance of ever dotting on anything because of mole. The thing that's going to be tough here is, like, normally I like to go King, something, King, something, and we can't do that here because of the draw to X-ish stuff going on. The real trick is going to be figuring out how to pile this next turn, which we should be able to do pretty straightforwardly. King's Court's a good card. Leprechaun is a less good card. I swear, had the Leprechaun just been like a farmer's market, you'd have been fine. That's my opinion on the matter. You have 1 King's Court right now, so there's actually like 0 chance of you winning. Yeah. I'd say exactly 0 chance of you winning this turn. With only 1 King's Court in deck. even if you get the second one in deck, I still think there's exactly 0 chances of you winning. This turn anyways. The hard thing is going to be gaining the non-kiln stuff, which is, I mean, we have 2 farmers markets, like there's 7 buys in the deck, we can probably be able to just pile Lookout. And that'll be fine. These golds, useless. Totally useless. King's Court Kiln is so explosive. Like you saw that, right? I started last turn with 2 King's Courts in my deck, and that was what I really, really, really wanted to put. King's Court on Kiln. What did we end with? 6? 7? 7? Yeah, 7 King's Courts. So good. I feel like I have earbuds in. Ears feel funny. Anyways, we're going to get a 3-3 out of this game, which is quite good, considering how it started. Pretty happy about that. So, I promise you I am winning next turn. There's nothing you can do to stop me from winning next turn. I could have the worst hand in the world, but I don't have any treasures and it's all actions, and so I will kick off. The only real thing of controversy was like if I was going to have to use a farmer's market or a mole at some point, and I'm not going to. So yeah, I was gonna win my next turn, and so we got a nice 3-3 there, which puts me in decent position for the rest of the season. I'm like +4 going into the last match. We'll hope that one's less of a failure than this one, at least at the start of it. And yeah, hope that match ends up being more like the second part of this one. And I will see you all